At the beginning of chapter 1 are listed the principles of miracles. There are 50 of them. Today I'm going over numbers 40, 41, 42, and 43. So number 40 says, the miracle acknowledges everyone is your brother and mine. It is a way of perceiving the universal mark of God. Okay, so this means when it says the miracle acknowledges everyone is your brother and mine, it means we're all one. We're all connected. There's only one of us. We just appear to be many different fractals. We just appear to be separate from one another, but it's not true. Really, we're all one. And when it says brother, don't pay attention to the whole gender thing. It's just because this appears to be a world of duality and you got to pick one. So because this has been a patriarchal society for a very long time, brother was chosen at the time of the channeling, the writing of this course. But it doesn't mean anything. Brother just means brother, sister, who we're connected with, that we are all one. Okay, so it says it's a way of perceiving the universal mark of God. Well, what is the universal mark of God? Oneness, wholeness, love, okay? God means no separation. God means wholeness. God means that we are all one and we are all loved because we are all one with God and God loves us. All right, number 41 says, wholeness is the perceptual content of miracles. They thus correct or atone for the faulty perception of lack. All right, so this is just another way of saying a very similar thing as the last principle, which is when it says wholeness is the perceptual content of miracles, it means that when we perceive correctly, a miracle means perceiving correctly. A miracle means knowing the truth. A miracle means remembering for a holy instant what is real. And what is real is the wholeness of who and what we are. So that's why it is the miracle, okay? They thus correct or atone for the faulty perception of lack. So when we forget the truth that we are all one with God, we have a perception of lack, and that perception is faulty. It's not true. It's an illusion. Number 42 says, a major contribution of miracles is their strength in releasing you from your false sense of isolation, deprivation, and lack. So this just goes into more detail about what we were just saying, which is that we are all one. There is no separation. There is no lack. We are not isolated. We are not separated from God, and we are not separated from others that appear to be in the world. It's an illusion. So a major contribution of miracles is their strength in releasing you from your false perception, okay? Releasing you from your false belief in lack and isolation and deprivation, all right? That's not true. The truth is the wholeness. The truth is the love. The truth is the oneness. 43 says, miracles arise from a miraculous state of mind or a state of miracle readiness, all right? So miracles, again, are knowing the truth. And when our mind is ready to start perceiving the truth, ready to stop perceiving the illusion of lack and separation, when we are ready to see the wholeness and the love, our mind starts to be able to perceive miracles, to perceive the love, to perceive the truth, to perceive the wholeness. So that's how miracles start to appear in our life, is when we are ready for them and we release and we surrender. And then they start to appear. So it comes from that state of miracle readiness, having your mind in a state of miracle readiness. And when you say, well, how do I do that? You do that by surrendering. You do not do that by holding on. It's not about, ooh, I want to surrender. Ooh, I want to, manifest these wonderful miracles in my life. So I'm going to try and I'm going to work and I'm going to do. No, it's the exact opposite of that. It's all about release and surrender and allowing. Because what this course is teaching us, this wholeness that we are, this oneness that we are, this love connection that we are with God and everyone and everything that we appear to see, feel, and experience around us, That is our truth. That is our oneness. That is what heals us, by having that perception. And every time we forget that, oops, we slip into illusion again, and we start identifying with our ego. So as soon as we're ready to start giving up our ego, ready for those miracles to come to us, we do that by surrendering, by saying, okay, God, higher power, source creation, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. You just surrender to that higher source, the divinity, and allow it to come through you. Be the channel for it. That's why you're surrendering, so that it can fill you and come through you. And when you allow it to do that, when you allow your spirit to take the reins and take control, miracles start to appear. It all comes from the surrender. All right. Lastly, number 44 says, the miracle is an expression of an inner awareness of Christ and the acceptance of his atonement. Okay, so atonement is the same as the miracles. It's the same as truth, wholeness, one, love, God, source creation. These are all words that mean the same thing. Okay, they are symbols of symbols. Words are. It's very difficult for words to describe what the Course is talking about, because words come from a world of illusion and separation. So it can be difficult to identify with words, but we try our best. So the atonement is when we accept truth, we accept the miracle, we accept the holy instant. And so it says the miracle is an expression of an inner awareness of Christ and his acceptance of his atonement. Okay, so when it's talking about Christ, it doesn't mean, yes, it can refer to Jesus, the person who lived here over 2,000 years ago, but more it's referring to the Christ consciousness, which is the energy, the consciousness that Jesus, the man, when he came here, anchored, into the earth. When he came here to anchor that consciousness into humanity here on earth. And so it's the Christ consciousness that we are all one with. It is the Christ consciousness that is us. So when Jesus was telling us all along, I am the same as you. I am you. You are me. We are God. He was always telling us that. So when he was performing his miracles, what he was really trying to tell everyone and show everyone is that this world is an illusion. It's not real. Watch me be able to be one with God and tap into my true powers, my true reality of who I am, which is spirit, which is one with God. And then he wanted others to understand that they had the same power. Okay, he wanted others to understand that they were the same as him. So that was the man. But then we have the consciousness, which is Christ consciousness that he brought here. This is what he was trying to teach everyone, this consciousness of love and oneness, and to empower people with it. But also, Christ consciousness comes from talking about the crystalline consciousness, okay, coming from crystals. All right, it's all connected. Remember, everything in this world is just an illusion. It's just a symbol, a representation of something that came from our mind, because it's our mind that created this illusory world. It's our one ego mind that created it. And in the illusory world, we leave ourselves little Easter eggs, is what they call those things, right? Like in movies and TV shows and stuff, when they hide the little things that, are treasures for you to find and kind of piece together. The universe has done this for us. The ego has done this for us in this universe that it created, this multiverse, this illusory world that we appear to live in. There are Easter eggs. There are treasures to find everywhere. So Easter, just so you understand, I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about the holiday. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about the term that people use to find little hidden treasures and things. So there are little hidden treasures within the illusion all the time that are reminding us of truth. Because remember, it's an illusion of duality. It's showing us the good and the bad. It's showing us the love and the fear. Because it's duality. It's an illusion. So if we look for the love within the illusion, we can remind ourselves of the truth. We can pick and choose. Okay, so to wrap it up, so it's that Christ consciousness. So the miracle is an expression of that Christ consciousness. We are expressing the love and the wholeness and the oneness when we are in alignment with our Christ consciousness. And this leads us to atonement. This leads us to the miracle. All right. Okay, so there's a little miracle explanation for today. I hope you remember that you are one with everyone and everything, and we are all love.